request.
Off the Wall emerged as an idea in the fall of 2017 as we began thinking about what stories artists and communities could lift up as the Super Bowl arrived in Atlanta.
I think for the people who are coming in to the Super Bowl, we want them to come in and enjoy the game, but we want them to be in an environment that reinforces their knowledge about Atlanta as a home for civil rights, dating back to even before Martin Luther King.
When we started thinking about where should we install and put these murals, we thought how important it would be to concentrate them in a relatively small footprint. That 30 murals spread all out throughout the Atlanta region wouldn't have the same impact as those same 30 murals concentrated within just a few neighborhoods.
If you're riding on the streetcar, or if you're at the MARTA station, or if you're out having food at a restaurant, you're gonna encounter a mural somewhere within that area that we call the Super Bowl zone. We do want our visitors to be saturated with the Atlanta story that the murals are trying to tell.
Whether it's related to the Black freedom movement, immigrant and refugee rights, women's rights, students' rights, LGBTQ rights, those are the things that these murals are really speaking to, and it's been great to do even more storytelling around the great work that's happening. The artists were chosen by a nomination and selection committee that nominated artists from across the country who then applied and submitted their portfolios and answered questions about how their work connected to issues of social activism and social justice. Yehimi Cambrón is an artist, an educator, and an activist. She herself has been someone that is experienced the struggles that these murals, and her murals in particular, speak to.
I was about 8 years old when I came to Atlanta. I was born in a small town called San Antonio Villalongin in Mexico. And to flee poverty and the violence that we were seeing in our hometown, we uprooted, and my parents made the courageous decision to come to the United States. As soon as I crossed the border, I became undocumented. And even though that was something that my parents had talked to us about, we didn't understand, not my parents nor I understood exactly what that would mean. When I turned 16 and transitioning into adulthood, I started transitioning into illegality. So when my classmates were getting a driver's license, I couldn't get one. When my classmates started applying for college, there were a lot of scholarships, especially here in Georgia, that were not available to me because of my immigration status. In the 10th grade, I entered an art contest. I won 3rd place, and there was a ceremony at the Georgia State Capitol, and I was given a certificate in front of everybody, just like all the other kids. And then at the end of the ceremony, my teacher went to claim my $50 prize, and she came back to me and told me that they couldn't give me my prize because I didn't have a social security number. And so I walked away empty-handed from this Golden Dome building where I was being honored for my work. I realized that my status was very limiting and that it would have an impact on my future. The summer of my sophomore year, when I was a college student, Obama's administration announced DACA, which stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. And so by 2013, I received my first employment authorization document. What that meant was that I was finally going to be able to use my degree and make a bigger impact because I actually had a work permit. I designed 3 murals and I've painted 2 of them so far. The Monuments We Carry the Dreams mural, it's the faces of undocumented people right around the corner from the Capitol. To have these narratives and their faces there, to me, was justice in itself. I hope that people walk away with their hearts full of the message of resilience, of empowerment, of not letting your status define you. That's not just limited to an immigration status. Those words and the images and the faces can speak to anyone. The off-the-wall murals are setting an example, not just to Georgia, but to the entire country. We have this huge national platform, and this is how Atlanta shows the world how to have conversations about social justice and how to have conversations about civil rights. Painting murals kind of becomes my here to stay statement. It's my way of planting seeds and leaving my legacy, because no matter what happens to me, whether I'm deported or not, my murals and the impact that they have on people will live on forever. These murals show the world that Atlanta is more than just black and white, and that it's beautiful and colorful.
The beauty of this project is that, once the Super Bowl is gone, these murals will remain, and they'll enrich the lives of our students and our seniors and other visitors to Atlanta for years to come.